Thank you. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so this is, let me just be totally upfront with you. I love this man. I met him when we did The Waterboy.
Yeah.
He is part of my family. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of the movie you just saw, Adam Sandler.
Hello? There it is. How about Henry Winkler? There's a reason to still up. The amount of pleasure you've given the world. Too much. Almost too much pleasure.
Well, you know what? That's going to end tonight.
Let's ruin it all.
I've had enough pleasure. I'm changing completely. I'm going to become an asshole tonight.
Yeah, it's about time.
Thank you.
Have a seat, guys. Nice to meet everybody.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for coming. I'm going to have a hard time sitting. Hang on
Okay,
one second. I got this bad
Can I
thing.
help you?
Will you hold the
I'll
phone?
hold that.
Right there. Here we go. This is a slow sit for the Sandman. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Thank you. All right.
Just
Thank
had a
you.
hip replacement.
Hip replacement. Don't do it. It hurts.
Okay.
Thank you.
So here we are. I wanted to first to tell you that Stacy and I also we saw the movie.
Yeah.
And it is wonderful.
Thank you. You did email me that. Thank you.
So what I've noticed
Yes.
from your body of work is that you are devoted to the underdog.
True.
All of your characters are always like at the end of the line and wind up in the front of the line.
That's true. That's
Okay.
true.
Do you identify with that? Is
That's good.
do you feel that when you were growing up that was you?
I don't know if I feel that was me. As I'm sure in many situations that feels like growing up, college, older. I'm sure I felt that throughout my entire life. But I think maybe because I do that a lot because those were the movies I liked growing up. Seeing
So you just
I always
emulate
I always loved underdogs in movies and people that your heart was broken for and you wanted something nice to happen.
Because no matter how outrageous the movie is,
Yeah.
there is that heart in the center of every film you make.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
amazing.
definitely tried for that. Thank you.
Okay,
for
so
that.
here it is. You're in high school. Where do you
I went to Central High School in New Hampshire.
in New Hampshire?
Yes.
Yes, that's New Hampshire. This is New York.
This is the only reason I didn't dress better was I couldn't get pants over the bad hip.
Yes.
But I think I just said that. I probably could have. I knew shorts
So
would
you're
fit
in
better.
New
over
Hampshire.
there. Yeah.
Were you a good student?
I wanted to be.
Were you a good student though?
You mean like did I get good grades? I don't think that. No.
And did you replace that with sports? You are
like
devoted
sports.
to sports.
Yes, I love sports. I wasn't great at sports. I played them all. I was good at sports till everybody like around 15, and everybody got a little stronger than me and bigger than me, and then I started going, all right, I got to do something else. I played guitar. I wanted to be in a rock band.
Were you in a rock
I
band?
was in many rock bands.
What was the first one?
I was in a band in 6th grade called Still Young. Me and Lex Lianos. Lex was the drummer and I was the guitar player. We played House of the Rising Sun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great song.
It was a good song. Yes.
Okay, so I am amazed by, I'm going to tell you just an interlude, a small story. We're on the set of The Waterboy. We are in Orlando and we are losing weight because it is so sweaty. You cannot believe it. So now, this is a man, ADD, would you say you have ADD?
Yes.
Okay. This is a man who cannot sit still. So he's either in his trailer playing music.
That's right.
And there are instruments all over your trailer. No matter who it is on the set, if they play, they come and they can jam with you.
Yeah.
He also had people go out and get him wonderful canvases and spray paint. Spray
right.
can.
We used to spray paint.
Right. And you would spray. Everybody got a color.
Right.
And then you would take turns. First red, and then whoever was green, and then whoever was yellow.
Yeah.
So then a kid walks up, and I would say he was about 11 years old, and he loved Adam. And he came up, and Adam is unbelievable with his fans. Unbelievable. And so instead of talking to this kid, he just gave the kid a spray can. Now the child is in the group. All of a sudden, he's just absorbed into the group and helps make the painting. So that is his experience. That is for me, the microcosm of the man sitting here. I just thought I would say that.
You're not comfortable, always something. And I'm nice, but you're beyond nice to people.
No. But you also told me to smoke cigars. Yeah.
That was Jerry Reed.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry Reed taught me to bass fish.
Oh God, we'll get into Hustle in a second, but Jerry Reed.
Well, they just saw Hustle. What do they have to know?
That's true. Okay, so Jerry Reed, one of the best guitar players of all time.
Oh my gosh.
Loved Henry, and we were all on the Waterboy together, and whenever Henry and Jerry weren't
on Saturday morning at about 2 o'clock, he took me in a car and we drove down the highway to some big lake, and we went bass fishing.
You loved it, and you did not stop fishing.
No, I loved it, and now I love to fly fish for trout. But so that was that experience. That was great.
Yep. That was great.
But in every film, there is the last film you did, which was one of the best performances of the entire year. Uncut, right?
I love that movie.
To say after yours, unbelievable. But one of the stars was a basketball player. That's for me. My wife can find me anywhere. Shocking.
Kevin Garnett.
Garnett.
Absolute great actor, great man. Very close with Kevin now. And
you are still?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You see him?
He interviewed me for this movie. And we discussed this movie, and I was, when we were putting this movie together and writing this movie and thinking of this movie and making sure it was as real as it could be, I thought of Kevin a lot, because Kevin told me so many great stories about the NBA and about coming up, and about Michael Jordan, and about when he was a young kid and how he got into the league, and he played in this game similar to Bo at the end of the movie, when Bo is in that game, and it's a pickup game, and it's a bunch of players, and he's holding his own.
Right.
Kevin Garnett's life story is like
that's
that.
how he was discovered?
A little bit. Isaiah Thomas, and I think Scottie Pippen, and all these legendary guys, and I think Jordan were playing. Kevin Garnett was 17. And he was just hanging out. It was a place he used to play a lot.
Right.
And I maybe they needed somebody or something like that. And they said, "Come on, big fella, come on in." And Kevin Garnett went in there, and instead of playing nervous, he played very aggressive. And they were just like, "Who is this kid?" And at the end of the game, I think Isaiah said, "Here's what you got to do. We got to get you in this league." And him and Kobe, and I think they got in the league at 18.
Wow.
And that was all because of a pickup game.
Yeah. Now, I am so dyslexic, I cannot pronounce the young man.
Juancho Hernan Gomez. How good is that guy? He's so good. Yeah, he's great.
So is he a player now?
He's right now on the Toronto Raptors. He just won a giant tournament. They have a European tournament. And him and his brother, and the guys, a lot of the guys who are in the movie, and the coach who's of the Spanish team in the movie, they just had this European tournament, and Spain won, and Juancho, who's Bo Cruz, had in the final game, I think against France, 27 points, got the MVP of the game. He was like the superstar of the tournament. Him and his brother, really.
So, of all the players, how did you pick him? How did you know?
It was auditions. What happened was
auditions playing or auditions acting?
We knew we needed a great player.
Right.
We needed a legitimate player.
Right.
And Adele Demps, who was part of the NBA for a long time, and he played in the NBA. He kind of helped with LeBron's company meet a lot of capable players who never acted before.
Right.
And so they put out this mass search, and it was set in Spain, And so a lot of Spanish guys came, and her Juancho, sister said, you should try out. He said, and it was during the pandemic. It was where nobody was leaving their homes.
Right.
And she plays basketball also. She's like, you should do it. It'd be fun. You have a good time. He's like, I don't want to be an actor. And so just before, what else do we have to do? So she kind of made him do it. And then we watched his tape, and I said, "Holy, that's that guy! I know that guy. He's in the league. He's great."
Right.
And I couldn't believe how great his tape was. How good of an actor he was. So
Such depth he has.
Unbelievable.
You really
very
care about him.
Guy and a sweetheart of a person, and tried so hard. And then I would say at the end of every take, "That was incredible, man. That was so." And he'd be like, "Oh, okay." He was never like, "All right, I'm so excited. This movie's gonna be great." He was kind of like, "All right, whatever."
What did he say when he saw the movie?
He really liked it. He felt like it was funny. I think he saw a few cuts and he was very excited. But the night he saw it with LeBron and like maybe 10 other great NBA players saw it, and they all like
all together.
They all. They were saying it felt good. It felt legit. It felt like a lot of people they know in the league and how their stories. So
Right.
then he felt really excited.
Terrific.
And I think he wasn't ever very tight with LeBron. Like LeBron would say hi to him on the court and stuff, but he told me this year LeBron came up to him before a game and they were all shaking hands and said, "Hey, you're good in the movie." And he said, "Oh, it was like the happiest he's been."
All right, I want to ask you a question because I don't know if it is true. Now, you should know that whether Adam is in it or not, whether he's in the scene or not, he is in charge of every detail that of stuff that his company makes. He is unbelievably attuned to detail. Is it true that your company bought a trailer company because you hated the way that the studio cut the trailers?
I don't know if it was as much as that as some of our friends that made trailers with us. They wanted to go off on their own, so we kind of did it with them because we made so many trailers together. Yeah.
But you would always be in on the
I was
cutting
very
of the
much
trailer.
involved with all our stuff.
Yeah, right.
But this particular movie, I was very involved, but I partnered with people who really just did so much, and they taught me a lot. And the director, Jeremiah Zager, he legitimately an amazing director. So
Right.
This guy he just shot it beautifully, and the DP, Zach, shot amazing stuff. And we got you know who, one of the cameramen came by, who shot the Waterboy, we were doing a lot of basketball stuff, and it's hard to follow the ball when you're shot. It's just it's a different thing of getting used to being able to follow these athletes. And so one of the guys who shot the Waterboy was an NFL Films cameraman, and we called him up and said, "We're shooting some hoop, come on by." And so some of that stuff is him too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was great.
Yeah.
All right. So now, here you are. How do you feel? You said something and it was in a song when you said maybe you did it on Saturday Night Live, or maybe it was in your comedy special, which was also terrific, which was mostly music.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
But I loved it because it was such a real moment. What you said, "You fired me, and now I'm worth millions of dollars."
That's when I hosted Saturday Night.
Yeah,
a
right.
couple years ago.
That's right.
Yeah. That was just a joke. I don't think about
Well,
that.
yeah. Not such a joke.
You get fired. Did you ever get fired from any
I have
jobs?
been fired twice.
Oh, how'd that go? What
It
happened?
was, the first time I was doing a play, I left the Yale Repertory Theater.
Yes.
I was making $172 a week.
Yes.
I went down to Washington to the Arena Stage, a very good theater. I made $185. And Alan Schneider, who was the director at the time, I went to him and I said, "I've solved the monologue in the third act." He said, "You're fired." And my mind became cream cheese. Now, Chris Guest,
Yeah, he fired.
And Jimmy Woods.
Yeah.
And Jill Eikenberry.
Yeah.
Michael Tucker.
Yeah.
They were all in this production.
Oh.
Steve Collins.
Oh.
Yeah, who then was brought up on charges. But they were all in this, and then I put my snow tires back in the car and cried all the way to New York because I thought my career was over. Who's going to hire an actor who's been fired?
Taught you a lesson.
It taught me a lesson. And then
you get on the set, calm down.
That's right. And then I was directing a movie.
Yes.
13 days in, I made really good friends with the bull mastiff. But the actor didn't like me. I was fired 13 days in. I thought I would never work again.
You keep bouncing back.
I do.
Perseverance, strength, and talent.
Unbelievable. So, okay, how is it now when the first time...
I got fired. You want to hear that?
I want to hear that.
So I got fired for Saturday Night Live. Sure, that was fine. But I got...
How many years in?
I think 3.5.
Only 3.5?
Maybe. Yeah, 3.5. It was okay.
And the opera singer. I look forward to it.
I did all that stuff. I had a great time. It was just a time for a new cast, so they said goodbye to me and a couple other guys. That was fine. That was good.
Yeah.
It's good. But
because it forced you to...
I work hard at making movies.
Right.
That was great. That's how I met you. It's all good. But I fired at a pharmacy in New York City. So I used to sing in subways. Did you know I used to sing in the subway?
No, you busked in the subway?
I used to sing in the
For money?
Guitar. Yeah. I opened my guitar case and sing and do all that stuff. And I was making maybe $25 for 2 hours kind of stuff. And,
Wow.
and then my father said, that's good, but you got to do something more than that. But
Right.
got to make some money and if you want to pay rent.
Was your father always supportive?
Very supportive. He always loved me, but he would, say you gotta work harder. So I got a job at a pharmacy and on the Upper West Side.
My neighborhood.
Where you grew up. It was a very good pharmacy, nice one, high-end clientele. I don't remember the name, but I was working there. I didn't know much about anything.
Were you doing anything else? This was before Saturday Night Live?
Oh, I was at NYU acting school.
Acting school? Okay.
I was at acting school.
Right.
NYU, summertime, and I was doing stand-up at night.
Got it.
So, but I needed to make money because when I did stand-up, I got $10 a night back.
Right.
So I needed more money. So the pharmacy, anyways, I worked 3 days there, and I could tell everybody was just like, man, this guy is terrible. This other guy doesn't know what he's doing. And then the boss came in and said, hey, I got to talk to you. I said, yeah. He goes, we don't need you anymore. And I said, well, you don't need me? And he goes, we don't need you. I go, so what do you mean? You don't want me to come anymore? He goes, you're a good guy, but we don't need you anymore. I go, okay. So you want me to come back? He goes, I just don't need you. I swear to God. So I go home that night and I tell my father, my father's like, how was work today? I go, it was very good. They don't need me anymore. And they fired you? I go, no, they don't need me anymore. He's like, you got fired. I go, no, the guy said he didn't need me.
Now, what did you do? Did you fill prescriptions?
I kind of stocked the stuff. There was one guy who knew what he was doing. And he'd be like, the cough drops go over there, man. I'd be like, oh, okay. I would put him in the wrong section. And then I would go in the back and count pills for the guy, and he'd be like 50 pills of, he'd say that stuff, and I'd be looking for the pills. Then he'd be like, let me do it. And he would do it, and I'd be like, all right, that was 50. You did good.
I understand why they didn't need you anymore. That's amazing. Okay, so now you've worked there. You work at Saturday Night Live,
Yes.
3.5 years.
Yes.
There was a certain amount of disappointment or anger.
No. I would love it. I mean, I got let go after 3.5 years and then all those guys became my best friends.
Right.
I kind of did what I could do on the show. I didn't have any new moves.
Right.
So it was probably time for me to go, and it was a good thing. And
Did you have those characters before you did the show, or you developed them as you did the show?
maybe some I came with, but some happened on the show. Some
Right.
people wrote me stuff. Some stuff I just stumbled upon
Gotcha.
during the week, you know.
What is amazing, you said NYU, and I know that so many of your posse, so
Yes.
many of the people who now produce for you,
Yes.
work for you, assist you,
Right.
all of you, they were all on your floor at
That's
NYU.
right. My
Frank
friend,
Karachi.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of the
You're
guys.
very
I work with.
loyal.
Yes.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. Well, we love each other. We have good time together. We all trust each other. Thank you. Yes, of course. You too. You're loyal as hell.
I am. I'm loyal.
You should be sleeping right now because you like me.
No, I don't like I'm just shocked that you never call.
I do too, and I email you.
You do.
And then Henry, before we get into any more, gave the speech at me and my wife Jackie's wedding. That was the nicest speech. Brought the house down. Everyone was crying, and my father was sick that night, and you made us all happy, and that was amazing.
Do you know what? You also we acted together in Click.
Yes.
And I had to learn a magic
Oh yes,
trick.
the magic trick. Yes.
And I carry it with me.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes.
It's the only trick I ever learned. I love magic.
Yeah.
And it's because of you.
You did
I
it
carry
great
it
the
with
whole
me
movie.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's nice, Henry.
It was wonderful.
Great man.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. Hold it. We got just a little more time.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
So I am fascinated by that in almost every film,
Yes.
there is a sports person,
Yes.
right?
A lot of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah, like a cameo.
So you hire these people because you want to meet them?
A little bit. No, I do watch a lot of sports.
You do.
I do. I love sports. Grew up watching sports, playing sports.
But
so
do you
yeah.
make it your business to meet these people that you want?
Well, I know if it makes sense to the movie to have, Derek Jeter be in the movie, yeah. I'll be like, that would be nice, and then I get to hang with Derek or force myself on him for a day or two. That's nice. This movie,
Yeah.
so many great young players are in the movie, guys that I watch and love and admire. And anyways, they would play. I mean, between takes, everybody was playing. And I was playing a little bit, but for some reason, that's when my hip went out. And I'm like, oh my God, all these guys are here, and they're asking me to play. And I had the worst hip. I knew I had to do this operation, but I was just going, I can't do it now, I gotta play. I played one night with these guys. It was hurting so bad, but I was like, I'll never get to do this again in my life. I think Trey Young threw me a pass, and I was like 10 feet away from the hoop, and I was like, oh my God, you better hit this shit. I picked up, I knocked in my hands, like, and it went in. I don't know how it went. It was a line drive shot, went in. He gave me like that, like, go, and I was just like, all right, now I can say I did that.
Because I met you because I was in your Hanukkah song.
Yes.
And I called
You did call me, yeah. Arthur Fonzarelli.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then you invited me to your house because on Sundays or on the weekends you played basketball.
Yes, we always played every week. I was playing 5 or 6 times a week. That's why the hip is dead.
Yeah. But now you got a new one.
I got a brand new one. Henry was nice enough to give me his hip.
I was 6 feet tall just a few weeks ago. But then you used to play at your house.
Yes.
And
some guys would come by from the NBA and play with us. Yeah.
But I also met Brad Pitt there.
Yes.
Oh my God! And Jim Carrey there.
Yes. Always hung out with these guys. We had fun all
I never
weekend.
understood one word Jim Carrey said.
Funny bastard.
Funny.
Yeah.
And here you are. See, you know what I love about you? I love your loyalty.
Yes.
I love your funny.
Yes.
I love your attention to detail.
Very, yes. I try hard.
But I also love your tenacity.
Very.
Because look what you have done from the beginning to now in your career. You have
Work hard. Work hard, not a
That
lot.
doesn't always happen.
No.
You know, some people are like that magic flash paper. You light it, and not you. You just keep going. You produce, you direct, you know, because really you are at the Video Village,
Yeah.
and you kind of direct.
I help out.
Yeah, you help out.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite job
Oh,
of all of those?
you know, no.
No.
I
Like
work
it
hard.
all?
I like it all. I get intense with it all. I get nuts and want it to be as good and the way we were thinking about it, and try to and just try to make it as good as can be. This movie, man, I'll tell you, interesting about this movie. We shot half of it when no one was allowed to touch each other yet. So we shot all the kitchen scenes, a lot of family stuff. Maybe a month and a half of stuff, and we couldn't do any scenes with basketball yet because it wasn't safe yet.
Sure.
So we waited, I think, 6 months and shot the other half of the movie. So it gave us time in those 6 months to edit, put that stuff together, make sure we loved everything, and really.
Did you go back and reshoot stuff that
We
you
just made
saw
tweaks on
holes?
stuff. If we saw holes, we said, okay, we better make sure story-wise we pick this up and that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it that you want everyone to leave here tonight knowing about this particular film? Is there something that you want them to know?
I loved making it. I loved being a part of it. It's my character's name in the movie, Stanley Sugarman. My father's name was Stanley. He coached every one of my sports growing up. He did everything for me as a dad. And part of my portrayal of Stanley was kind of like the way my dad was with me, just giving encouraging, but with a little bit of like, if you want to give up, go ahead, I'll leave too. But he would make me kind of just want me to be stronger and work harder, and just you met my dad. He was
I
just
did.
a very good.
He
cool
is in
dude.
your logo, isn't he?
Yes.
Happy Madison.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
he says terrific before all the movies started. But he was very just cool, solid, sat back, let you do your thing, just nodded his head along, and then said, come here, and would whisper in my ear or something, just like, number 32 tends to do this a lot, maybe go more to the left side, all right, go do your thing, and like that kind of stuff. It was nice. So anyways, the character I
Do
played.
you apply any of that to your daughters? You have two beautiful daughters.
Yes, I do.
Do they play sports?
They dance.
They
They
do.
dance. They played sports when they were little, and they moved over to dance, and they act, and they're just nice kids. And
You show them moves?
I did in the beginning, and the
Then
dance
your
moves.
hips.
No one can dance like my man Henry. Remember Henry? There was an episode of Happy Days that I loved. When everyone, it was an all-night thing at Arnold's.
Right.
And Henry was about to lose it was like a dance
Dance-off.
What was it called?
The Kazatsky. I did the
He,
Kazatsky.
out of nowhere, was sleeping, was about to lose. Somebody said something that got him riled up, and Henry grabbed the door or something on the way out, pushed himself back in the room, and then started dancing, and then out of nowhere started doing the Russian Kazatsky.
Yeah. You know why? In the 6th grade, my parents took me, and I saw the Russian ballet at Madison Square Garden with Moseyev, and I thought, oh my God! And I taught myself a bastardized version that I would do at temple dance.
Oh, they must have loved it.
Now I dance from the waist up. So I want to thank you for being here.
Yeah, that was very nice of you to come out on the
Yeah.
I watched the movie. Thank you so much. Thanks to Henry.
Do you feel better?
Love you. Yes, and thanks to Netflix. I love you too, buddy. Appreciate everything.
really do.
Oh, every time I see you, I'm happy, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for always being good to my family, and I love you and your family. too.
Absolutely. And be safe and have a wonderful Halloween that's almost
Yeah, yeah, it's coming. All right. Right on, everybody. Thanks, you guys. Oh,